Previously on Sisters and Stars Hollow.
There's no use for a lava lamp unless you're on drugs. I smell snow.
The cookies and the love and the dean and the cookies and the love and the dean and the cookies.
But I don't know what to do. That salmon is a delicacy. It's cold and gray like a fat dead pigeon.
Remember what happened to the flautist last year?
Are you scared yet? Oh man, yeah, last episode. So romantic, so whimsical.
Nothing like this episode.
Nothing.
Totally different vibe. Sorry.
No, yeah. I mean,
totally different vibe.
My rewatch of this, I was like, whoa, this is more intense than I remember it being actually. Like, I remembered bits and pieces, but I was like, whoa.
So intense.
So intense.
Why? Well, we'll get into it.
We'll get into it. But before we get into it, I have something super exciting to share. I have been on the hunt for 2 years for the mythical Gilmore Girls blanket. I had heard through videos and different things, online, blogs, I don't even know, that there existed a Gilmore Girls throw blanket. And I have been looking, casually perusing TJ Maxx, Home Goods, and Marshalls. Every time I walk in there, I just casually peruse the blanket section until yesterday. I found it. Guys, I found the blanket in Marshalls of all places. That's not where I was expecting. I mean, those were the three places, but
like it was on your list of places to check.
Yes. But I was expecting Home Goods to have it more than just a random Marshalls. And this is the craziest part. So I went shopping with my mom and we weren't even going to Marshalls that day. That wasn't even in the plan. What happened was Mom was in the wrong lane. So we missed the turn to go to the other store we were trying to go to.
Oh.
And so we had to keep going straight. And it was like, well, we might as well go to Marshalls to check if they have other things we were looking for. Like, yeah, okay, let's go. We walk in the door, and they had like a little carousel of blankets right when you walk in. This was sticking out slightly, and I saw a blanket with a coffee cup on it, and I was like, okay, well, maybe, I don't know. There's a bunch of coffee cup blankets because it's fall right now. Yeah. And I was like, I don't know. Like, maybe, was that something? And then I like did a double take, and I saw a blue gazebo, and I was like, oh, that's it. I like ran over, and I look, and I see it says Gilmore Girls on the blanket. I was like, Mom. She's like, what? I was like, I found it.
Okay. I apologize that I had no idea about this side quest that you've been on for 2 years.
I've been on this side quest, that's a good word for it, for 2 years. Mom didn't know either. I had mentioned to her like a couple weeks ago. She thought I'd been looking for like a couple weeks. And I was like, Mom, no, it's been 2 years. I've been looking for this blanket. And
I had no idea.
Yeah. Guys, I found it. It exists.
Julia has the blanket with her. I haven't actually seen it yet because I just got here. I haven't seen the blanket. Show me what's on the blanket.
It's a nice plush, off-white plush blanket. It has coffee beans, a coffee cup, a to-go coffee cup, a slice of pizza, a pumpkin, fall leaves, the blue gazebo, and the word Gilmore Girls written on it.
Wow. That's an amazing blanket.
I'm so excited. I was on cloud nine. I was like, oh, I can't believe I found this.
This is like amazing. So I'm assuming that this is not something you can just buy online, right? This is like probably a seasonal, limited item.
I think
that those stores just sometimes stock, basically.
Yes. Earlier that day, Mom and I were looking for something completely different. We're redecorating the house. And I searched Gilmore Girls within those sites. Nothing popped up.
Yep.
Said we can't find anything. So, no. Unless you buy it secondhand, someone else bought it and is reselling it. But no, you can't. Wow. And I wanted to find it in the wild. I wanted that experience. It's out there, guys. It's out there. Maybe you can find one too. If you found one, please let me know. I mean, this is just a very exciting experience. I didn't even know if it existed, and it did. And it's just like, I'm so excited.
I haven't seen you this excited in like a long time.
That's so sad. That's depressing.
Should I not say that?
Okay. You know, you're right, though. You're right. I'm
so excited about this blanket. Like, I can just tell. Oh, what a great day.
It really was. Mom and I found everything we were looking for the decorations for the house. I found this blanket. It was like, this is a beautiful experience we're having right now.
That's so nice.
It's the little things, guys. It's the little things. So, yeah, I just wanted to share it because I feel like the fans of the show would appreciate
this. Definitely. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And I am only a brand new fan. I don't know. Can I call myself a fan yet? I don't know. I don't think I've gotten far enough.
I mean, you're a fan. You're a fan of the show.
I'm officially a fan. Okay.
Oh, gosh. I would consider you a fan because you like it and you want to keep watching it. You're not like
Okay.
You're the beginning level because you haven't seen the whole thing.
I'm like a level 1.
Yes.
Okay.
Level 1. What level would I be? Not sure. I don't know.
Wait, how many levels are there?
I don't know how many levels there are. I definitely am like not level 1. That's for sure.
Yeah, you're not level 1.
I mean, I'm buying Gilmore Girls merch. That's
you
how much
searched
I
for
love.
2 years for a very specific blanket that said Gilmore Girls and had like coffee cups and fall things on it. So I think if there's like 10 levels,
Oh my God.
I think
There's no-
wait, what?
There's no way there's 10 levels. I was thinking like 3.
Oh. Am I overdoing this? Too many levels.
I don't know what would the
Like,
10
what?
levels be.
You're like, wait, there's 10 levels. What's level 4? What's level 6? Like, how do you define that?
Like, I was thinking like 1, you're newbie, you're getting into it, you like it, it's cool. 2, you've seen the whole thing and you're like, yeah, that's a really good show. I have opinions on characters and different teams. There's different teams you can be on, like that type of thing. Maybe
Okay.
level 3 is like, I'm out there, I'm searching for merch. It's fall, I'm turning on the show and baking cookies, that type of thing. Like that might be
Okay.
level 3. That's my opinion. So I don't know if others out there have opinions. Let us know.
Let us
I'd
let
love
us
to
know. How should we create levels of fandom for this? This is fun.
Anyway, so that was exciting. Also today, for our coffee drink exploration, Alex picked up coffee from Starbucks because we wanted to try some items off the fall menu.
Yes. And I have a story about my pickup
Okay.
experience.
Okay.
Okay, so everyone, there's an item on the menu called the iced pumpkin chai latte. So I went there
Uh-huh.
and I was like, oh, can you just make this like the hot version of this?
Yeah.
And the lady at the counter said, well, okay, so technically this drink is just the iced chai latte with like pumpkin cold foam on top of it. Like it's not, like the pumpkin flavoring is not integrated into the drink.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, but I could make a hot version of it and put like the pumpkin sauce in there.
Oh,
And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, let's do that.
okay.
And I was like, well, do you think that would be good? I asked her what she thought.
Yeah.
And she gave me this look. She was like, ah. What?
Wait, what?
She didn't want to say this, but I got the feeling that she thought it wouldn't taste good. But I'm like, that sounds good. I don't know.
Pumpkin and chai is a very common.
Right. So I
drink.
was like, okay. But I'm like, no, I want to try that. I want to do that. She was like, okay. So that's what she did.
Okay.
And then I was kind of laughing. I'm like, also, I'm ordering 2 of these, not just one, because I'm getting one for my sister. And then she goes, oh, okay. So if it doesn't taste good, you're going to make her drink it too. And I was like, what? And I was like, laughing. I'm like, yup.
Okay.
And then she made her drinks and she put good luck on your cup.
Oh, mine says good luck.
Yeah, that's why yours says good luck.
I'm gonna
on
take a
it.
picture of this. That's
So that's what
hilarious.
happened. I'm crying laughing.
That's so funny. I'm also not like this sounds good to me. Okay, so this is our official drink order then. We got a
Yeah.
grande chai latte with 2 pumps of
I guess-
pumpkin sauce, right?
Yes.
Okay, that sounds good to me. I don't know.
It sounds good to me too. I'm excited to try it. I
Me
haven't tried
too.
it yet
Okay.
before right now. So
Let's do it.
let's do it.
That's delicious.
That's amazing. That's like so good.
That oh my
This
god,
is exactly what I wanted.
this is everything right now.
This is like exactly what we wanted. Okay.
That lady just doesn't like fall drinks. Like I don't know what to say.
She's over the pumpkin spice craze or something. I don't know.
Could be. No, this is delicious. I
yeah,
love
this
it.
is perfect. This is so good.
To our listeners, if you like this type of thing, get a chai latte with 2 pumps of pumpkin sauce. This is like
Yeah. And I actually think it's the perfect amount of pumpkin flavor in it too.
beautiful.
Because actually the other thing she told me too is normally with this size, when you get a flavor, their usual is to do 4 pumps in it.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
4 pumps. Yeah, that would be too much, I think.
I think that would, yeah, I agree. I think this tastes perfect.
I will say I am sad this year they do not have that apple crisp drink that I was talking about last time.
Yeah.
But I'll take this.
This is amazing.
I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5.
Same. No hesitation.
Nope. All right, let's get started because there's a lot to discuss in today's
Yes.
episode. I'm Julia,
I'm Alex.
and this is Sisters in Stars Hollow, Season 1, Episode 9, Rory's Dance. The episode opens and we're at a Friday night dinner. We're back at Friday night dinners. It's come back around.
It's come back around.
It's just Emily, Rory, and Lorelai at this dinner. Richard is away on business in Prague. Emily brings up the fact to Rory that the Chilton formal is next week. She's like, tell me about this formal. And Lorelai is shocked and she's like, wait, what? There's a formal? How did you know about the formal? And Emily's like, well, I have the Chilton newsletter sent to my house. And she says it's a good thing too, because you don't bother to read yours and one of us should be up to date on what's happening at Rory's school. And Lorelai is like, well, I read the newsletter. Emily's like, you do? Okay, well, what was on the cover? Lorelai goes, a picture of a really rich kid in plaid. And Emily's like, no, it's a spotted owl. And she tells him, she says, the owls are endangered and Chilton is taking donations to help them. And Emily gave a really nice donation on Rory's behalf. And Lorelai is like, Mom, you don't need to do that. Like, I'll do that. You don't need to be giving donations. And Emily's like, well, how can you do that if you don't read the newsletter? And Lorelai's like, I read the newsletter. And Emily's like, you didn't know they were taking donations? And Lorelai's like, well, it's a private school. They're always taking donations. I'll get them next time. And Emily's like, well, what about the owls? And Lorelai goes, they'll live. And Emily says, well, apparently they won't. That's why they needed donations in the first place. that
whole exchange.
That whole exchange
really
was
good.
really funny. That was just, I had to call that one out because it was just a really good exchange.
Well, what about the owls? They'll live. Well, apparently they won't. That's why they needed donations.
Yeah. And so Lorelai changes the subject. She's like, okay, so Rory, you have a formal coming up? Rory says, yeah, I don't think I'm going to go. And Emily's like, well, of course you're going. Lorelai's like, okay, well, if Rory doesn't want to go, she doesn't have to go. If you don't want to go, don't go. That is a motto we have
that
here.
We came up with.
Yes.
That literally the two of us came up with.
Yes.
If you don't want to go, don't go. It's so simple, yet so difficult that to do it in practice.
It is. You hem and you haw, and you're like, well, I probably should go. I don't really feel like going, but maybe it's like, if you don't want to go, don't go.
Just, that's what it is.
That's what it is. Rory leaves the room, and Emily is blaming Lorelai for Rory not wanting to go. And Lorelai's like, no, I had nothing to do with this. Rory and I haven't talked about this. If she doesn't want to go, that's how she feels. Like, I was not influential
I was not
here.
Involved in this decision.
Yeah. Flash to the car ride home. Lorelai asked Rory why she didn't mention the dance. And Rory says, because I'm not going. And Lorelai is like, but why? And Rory says, because I hate dances. And Lorelai is like, okay, good answer. Yeah, that's good. But you've never been to a dance. You say you hate it, but like, what are you basing it off of? One midnight viewing of 16 Candles?
I liked that was like, oh, you guys have watched 16 Candles? Yes. Like, that's awesome.
That's a classic. Does not hold up today, though.
Oh, I haven't seen it in a long time. Are there weird things in it?
Yes. It does not hold up.
Like, I think, when did what was I in, like, high school?
Yeah.
You know, it's like a movie you watch in high school. I don't know.
Yes, we watched that a long time ago, but I watched it more recently-ish. Okay. And it was like, yeah, this does not hold up today.
It's been a long time since I've seen it.
Yeah.
I was like, I knew that reference. That's basically...
I still like the movie. It just doesn't hold up today. That's all. And Rory's like, no, trust me, I'll hate it. It'll be stuffy and boring, and the music will suck. And none of the kids like me, so I'll just be standing in the back and watching Tristan and Paris fight over who can make me miserable first. And Lorelai's like, well, or it'll be sparkly and magical, and you'll be on the dance floor with some great guy who's staring at you so hard that you won't even realize that Paris and Tristan have been eaten by bears. And Rory's like, what guy? Rory, seriously?
Rory.
Please stop. You're pissing me off.
Yeah, like, what is her whole thing of like, oh, Dean's not going to want to go to the dance with me? Like, what?
What? I know. But yes.
I know we're not there yet, but huh?
Yeah. It's just, what
happening?
Guy? I don't know. The guy you just had a date with? You were
at her house?
At her house? Like, I don't know. Oh. So yeah, she's like, what guy? And Lorelai goes, maybe the guy who hangs out in our trees all day waiting for you to come home. Or he's like, Dean does not hang out in trees. And I'm laughing. I'm like, again, is this Twilight? Because I'm pretty sure Edward was watching Bella sleep in trees outside of her room. And Dean is stalking Rory in the same way. He's been watching her.
That's so perfect. Yes, that is a very, very Twilight-esque thing to do. It is.
This is pre-Twilight, you know.
Right,
too,
yeah.
So.
That wasn't a thing when this was made, so...
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, what? But no, so Rory's like, why do you care all of a sudden if I go? And basically, Lorelai is just like, I just want to make sure that you're not going because you really don't want to go and not because you're afraid. You're afraid of Dean saying no. You're afraid of the kids at school, afraid of dancing in public. Basically, I just don't want you to miss out on any experiences. So Rory thinks about it and says, well, I don't have a dress. And then Lorelai offers to make her one and says, we can have fun with it. We'll get new shoes, new earrings, we'll do your hair. And I think this dance will be really good for you. Fade to the intro song and fade out. We're back in Stars Hollow. And Lane and Rory are walking through Stars Hollow so that Rory can go ask Dean to the dance. And Rory is just like, oh, he's going to say no. Why would he say yes? And Lane's like, okay, listen, there's no point in you having a boyfriend if you can't get him to go to a dance with you. And Rory goes, he's not my boyfriend. Lane's like, then what is he? And Rory says, he's my gentleman caller. Which, like, those two lines of, like, he's not my boyfriend, he's my gentleman caller is, like, a quote for me.
That's a really good one. Yes. I like that.
He's my gentleman caller.
What?
Rory.
You've been reading too much Jane Austen.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, too.
Which we know that she's been reading Jane Austen from the last episode, and here we go, more evidence. The 18th century British terms are coming out.
My friend and I would, like, as like a joke, tease each other, like, be like, who is that guy to you? It's like, he's my gentleman caller. Like, we would say stuff like that. It's funny, but, like, she kind of, I don't think she was making a joke.
Yeah. She's like, oh, he's not my book, because she didn't want to put the label on it there.
And Lane is like, okay, no, you guys are boyfriend and girlfriend. Like, you need to have the talk to figure out, like, what you are to each other, because
it's time.
You guys are clearly seeing each other, so figure it out. They make it to Dosie's Market, and Rory is starting to chicken out a little bit, and Lane is like, no, you have to do this now. Also because I don't want to go home, and my mom threw out our TV, and I'm bored, and I need entertainment, so you got to do this.
Yeah.
So Rory goes in, starts helping Dean restock some green beans. It's casual. And she asks, oh, do you work on Saturdays? And he says, it depends. Why? And she's like, well, there's this thing at my school on Saturday where you go and they play music and you're supposed to get all dressed up and do some kind of dance. And then there's chicken. But maybe, I don't know. But these things usually have chicken at them.
I don't know. I don't even know what to say about this awkward conversation.
I know. And Dean's like, what?
Yeah, he's like, I'm not following.
Yeah.
I'm not following. Yeah, neither are we. What? I thought you were going to ask about the dance.
He's like, I don't. What are you trying to say? And she's like, it's a dance. He's like, oh, okay. So are you asking me to go to the dance?
And then she goes, no. Like, I'm over here like, what? Or just ask him to go to the dance. And he's like, okay. Like,
throughout this entire episode, Dean's like, okay.
Yeah, like, I know that is he has two modes. He's in, okay. Oh, you want to do that? Okay. Oh, or we can do that. That's fine too. Or he's in super, super intense, most intense Dean we've ever seen mode. Those are the two modes of Dean in this episode.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he's like, oh, okay. So you're not asking me to dance, okay? Then she goes on this whole like awkward rambling rant thing of like actually asking him.
Yeah. And then she's like, so do you want to go? And he's like, honestly, I've never gone to a dance before. Agrees with Rory that he thinks they're lame and says that it's not the way that he's ever wanted to spend his time, but sees Rory is disappointed by that answer and says like, okay, do you want to go? I see you want to go. What do I have to wear? Anything you want, really. It's fine. And he's like, okay, no, seriously, what do I have to wear? And she says, it's coat and tie. And he's like, oh God, but agrees to go. She's super excited, kisses him, thank you, and leaves. This interaction reminded me of one of my ex-boyfriends. I'm sure you can figure out which one. The one that honestly probably kind of looks like Dean a little bit. You know who I'm talking about.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, this was his type of reaction to this type of stuff, where I'd be like, oh, we should go to a dance. And he's like, I have to dress up. Yeah, you do. Like, it was always like pulling teeth because he was like, he never wanted to like put on a suit. You know, I'm like, you look nice. It's nice. It's fun. Just made me think of that. Have you ever had to ask anyone to a dance before?
Let me think about this. I guess I've only ever been asked.
My senior year of high school, did not have anyone to go to prom with. I wasn't dating anyone at the time. Like we've mentioned before, we went to a pretty small school. Everyone was getting asked, and pairing up in their couples, and I didn't have anyone. So I ended up asking one of my really good friends, but it was very casual. It was like, hey, do you want to go to prom? And he was like, oh my God, yes. But not in like...
No, but I know, yeah, in like a, yeah, that's such a weight off my shoulders.
Yes.
Like we can just go.
Let's just go together as friends. That'll be so
and
much
just have fun. Yeah.
Because he didn't have anyone to go with either. And it was like, I don't think he's asked anybody, do you want to just go? And he was like, oh my God, yes, thank you. And it was super simple, super casual. And we had a ton of fun together.
That sounds nice.
Yeah. So that's been my only experience having to ask anybody.
I just want to say that pretty much all of my dance experiences in high school had something happen that made it not fun.
Really?
Yeah. And if we're talking about prom specifically right now.
It could be any dance.
Well, I was asked to junior prom, which was nice, but then I got laryngitis. And I had laryngitis during prom. So that kind of was like really annoying.
That's upsetting.
It was very upsetting.
I'm so sorry.
Then my senior year, I had been dating someone, but we broke up like a month before prom. And then neither of us had anyone to go with. And I ended up going with him. Instead of both of us going with no date or just not going, we just went with each other still. But we had broken up. It was very weird.
I forgot the fact that you guys had broken up a month prior.
Yes.
I thought you were still dating at that time.
We were not.
Oh, that's rough. I'm so sorry.
Like, honestly, we were both pretty chill people. And it was like not, I mean, it was whatever. But like, yeah, no, it wasn't like fun. No, it was like, okay, I'm here with my
ex-boyfriend.
Yeah. Like,
that stinks.
You know,
that
it was like, okay, like not.
Oh. It is what it is.
I don't know. I know high school, but like high school times, they're like, I feel like Rory in this. Like, I still went to them, but I wasn't like super excited about it, like all into it or anything. Like, just was like, it's something to do. That's kind of how I felt about them.
Yeah.
But oh well.
We made it. We survived. We're here.
Yep.
We're doing okay. Flash to the Gilmore house. Lorelai is making Rory's dress. But while she's doing that, she like fumbles with the mannequin and falls back and hurts her back. At the same time, Suki comes over to drop off some more thread, notices Lorelai is hurt, and then offers her all these opioids. She has like everything possible in her purse. Vicodin, Percocet, muscle relaxers. I was like, what? Why do you have these?
I know. That scene kind of confused me. Like, it was almost like, did Lorelai, like, was her back already hurting somehow? And she, like, called her? But I don't think but it wasn't.
No, I think it wasn't that. She hurt her back there.
Right then. Like,
yes.
Right when she got there, she had just hurt her back. And then she's like, oh, I have all these pills in my purse that I just take around.
It's like, what? Suki,
like, what's going on, Suki? Like, are you okay?
Yeah, I was concerned. I'm like, why do you have all this medication? Just in your purse.
Just in your purse. It's not like she's like, oh yeah, let me look at the back of my medicine cabinet for these old things. Like, it was like, no, I just carry this around with me.
Okay.
Like,
but gives Lorelai the muscle relaxer, and Lorelai's like, yeah, okay. I don't know if I really want to take this right now. Suki leaves. Emily calls and is giving Lorelai a hard time for Rory not going to the dance, saying all these things. And Lorelai's like, no, Mom, she's going to the dance. Emily's like, oh, that's wonderful. Oh my gosh. Yes. Oh my God, take these pictures. Make sure she does this. Make sure she does that. Make sure she does all these things. And Lorelai's like, okay, like, oh my gosh. And Emily is like, well, you get to be there and I don't. And this is just a very exciting time. So Lorelai is like, okay, Mom, do you want to come over and see Rory get ready for the dance? She's like, oh my gosh.
Yes.
Yes, I would love to. That's beautiful. Okay. Flash to Chilton. Rory is in line getting tickets for the dance. Paris is the one manning the ticket booth. Tristan is at the front buying tickets. And Paris is like, oh, are you getting 2 tickets? And Tristan is like, why? Are you free? And Paris is like, oh, well. And he's like, nah, you wouldn't be free this close to the dance. And then goes, is your hair shorter? And Paris is like, oh, yeah, 1/4 of an inch.
I got it trimmed.
And he says it looks good. She's all like, oh, Tristan, he just complimented me. But then goes over to bother Rory and is like, the guy is supposed to buy the tickets. He's like, so who's the guy? Like, does he go to this school? And she's just like, can you get out of here, please? Like,
yeah,
you're so annoying.
This isn't any of your business.
Yeah.
Please leave me alone.
And then he says, I'll confess something. I don't have a date, and I thought you'd like to go with me. And she's like, No, you didn't, because you're not stupid. And I would never want to go with you anywhere. Which I loved that comeback. No, you didn't, because you're not stupid.
Yeah, like, I thought you'd like to go with me. No, you didn't, because you're not stupid.
He's getting all pissed off, says he's going to take Sissy so-and-so. And Rory's like, good for Sissy.
Like, great.
That's great.
Go do that.
And he's like, well, at least she won't be buying her own ticket. Okay, Tristan, really? That's the best you could come up with?
No, yeah, he couldn't come up with anything.
No. Thumbs down.
I feel like he's like leveling up, like, I want to date you. I want to date you signals, but I don't understand it, because then at the same time he's like being all annoying.
Yeah, so I'll say this. I know we were talking about before, like, oh, could be a blatant setup for something terrible to happen. And I think possibly it's being shown right now. That's not necessarily the case. What they're doing is the classic trope of like, oh, I'm going to make fun of you and be mean to you, but in the end, I really actually like you.
I mean, that's what I'm starting to get from this interaction.
Episode, yeah.
This episode, yes, this episode.
Yeah.
The whole episode, not just that interaction. But
yeah. Again, today's age, we're like, don't do that, because that's not cool. Like, we don't want to encourage, oh, I'm going to be mean to you, but really I like you. Like, that's not good.
No. Okay.
Which, again, is obvious in this episode. I'm not really giving anything away.
Yeah,
it's
that's
like,
pretty clear. It's just like, I just don't like his character.
Yeah. You just don't like him. That's okay.
I just don't like him.
We don't like him. But yeah, so Tristan and Rory have that interaction, and then it's Rory's turn to buy tickets, and Paris is just like, idiot. He was totally nice to you, and you couldn't be a bigger jerk. And Rory's like, if you like Tristan so much, you go out with him.
Yeah.
They have an exchange about not having enough change. And I did notice, actually, the kid sitting next to Paris is one of the kids that was at Rory's birthday party that looked over and did not know who Rory was. So to me, that was like, again, you know everyone in the school. Like, they wouldn't have been like, who is that?
That's like another, like, just a data point of like, you wouldn't not know who Rory is.
Yeah. So yeah, Rory and Paris are fighting. And Paris is like, you probably don't even have a date. There's no way you're going with someone better than Tristan. You're probably going to come down with some rare form of flu that only hits losers on dance night.
What?
Okay, Paris. Thanks.
I don't even know. What? Paris, no, you're not on your game right now. Also, there's a bunch of people standing around right here, and you're basically just announced to all of them that you like Tristan. Do you realize that, Paris?
Oh, yeah.
Because was that supposed to be on the DL? Because you're like, there's no way you're going with anyone that's better than Tristan. There's like 5 people just like all there. Like, I just feel like if that happened,
would be blatant.
That would be like, the people around you would be like, oh, do you like Tristan? Like, immediately. Like, you said something like that in a group setting.
Yes.
But I guess also she also announces more stuff to people later in the episode, so that's funny.
It
but anyway,
tracks with what she was doing throughout this episode.
She's just upset and saying things out loud.
Yes, not thinking
through her things.
Flashback to the Gilmore house. Rory is getting ready for the dance, and she is wearing the dress that Lorelai made her.
What a great dress.
Yeah, I thought it was great.
I thought it was wonderful.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Very pretty, very whimsical, you know.
Yeah. I loved the neckline.
Mm-hmm. It was unique. I liked that.
And like the color was really nice. Just everything. It was really nice. And I'm so impressed that Lorelai made that in like a week.
Yeah, I think Lorelai is like a very talented seamstress. Not that she's always making clothes, but like she's always doing things where she's sewing or doing seamstress-esque things.
You've mentioned that, but this is the first time that she like did something that I would consider like an expert level achievement.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to think, like the only other time she was sewing was like in the pilot when she sewed Rory's skirt.
Oh, Rory's skirt. Yeah.
But since then she hasn't like sewn anything, I don't think, that I can remember.
No, she hasn't. But she does.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, it was very good.
It was very
cool.
good. Yes.
I was impressed.
I thought Rory looked great. The dress was beautiful. Suki shows up with some tacos and burritos to give to Lorelai because she knows that she hurt her back and she can't do much. Yeah. Lorelai needs to hairspray Rory's hair to set it. And Suki's like, no, you sit down. Let me do this for you. Takes the hairspray and just sprays herself at the face. And blinds herself. And everyone's like, oh, God. She's like, no, I'm fine. It's like walking away to the bathroom, can't see. She's like blinded.
Oh, no. Oh no, Suki, no.
Emily arrives, rings the doorbell, and Lorelai's like, we're in here. And Emily comes in and is like, that's how you answer the door? We're in here? And Lorelai goes, well, we're all out of saran wrap. And Emily's like, I don't even want to figure out that one. I don't even want to know what that means. I'm moving on. Anyway, let's see Rory. Where is she?
Yeah.
She's like, I want to get a picture of the big entrance. And it's like, okay, Rory, come in here. And then Rory comes in. She's got a dish towel hanging from her dress. She's eating tacos. And it's like, Rory.
No. Yeah. Also, like, that made me so anxious. She was eating the Mexican food in her dress.
Yeah. I'm like,
did that make you anxious?
It did. I'm like, I know you got this long dish towel on, but you could easily spill oily taco
juices. This is all
juices
super oily stuff that you're touching,
dress.
And you're wearing this like satin dress. Like, that's not going to come out of that
and
material.
Also, not going to come out of the material. Is your breath garlicky now?
I didn't even think about that. I'm like, that is a dangerous food to be eating when you're like in 5 minutes going to get picked up to go to a dance.
Yes.
And you're dressed fancy. Like, seriously?
You're going to get oils on your dress.
Oils in your teeth.
Oils in your teeth. You now have to,
I don't know.
You now have to brush your teeth.
Yeah.
And you have to be wary of getting toothpaste on your dress. Because that doesn't come out either. Not from dresses, but just other experiences.
You're
right.
Have
toothpaste on
yourself. That's like just Mexican food is not a good thing to be eating and walking around with it too. Like she wasn't even sitting down. She was like walking around with like a piece of a taco.
Yeah, like my breath would smell like Mexican all night. Even if I brushed my teeth, it lingers. I mean, it just lingers, you know? I'm like, no.
Just that whole thing. Like I was like, I was half expecting there to be some type of accident. Also, because Suki was there. Like, there's going to be some type of accident where, like, the Mexican spills all over Rory's dress. That's what I honestly was like, that could happen in this scene. I was, like, sitting there, like...
Alexander's sweating.
Yeah. God. Suki brought Mexican food and, like, Rory's dressed up. Oh, what's going to happen here? That was me that whole time.
Yeah, I get it. But nothing does spill. She is clean. Suki comes back out of the bathroom. She still can't see. She's trying to talk to Emily and Lorelai. She's talking to a wall. But she makes a comment about Lorelai not being able to walk, which then alerts Emily that Lorelai has this back spasm. That's not normal. You need help. I'm going to stay here and help you. Emily's taking pictures of Rory and says something like, I'm so glad you decided to buy her a dress.
I liked that comment.
Like, ooh, okay.
Okay.
Yep. You don't even know.
You can't even tell. Oh, yeah. Let's go.
While this happens, Dean pulls up to the house and honks. And Rory's like, oh, it's time. I gotta go. Dean is here. And Emily is like, oh, no, you don't. No, you do not just go out when a boy honks. And Lorelai's like, no, it's okay, Mom. Like, it's fine. And Emily goes, this is not a drive-through. She is not fried chicken. I loved that line.
Oh, yeah.
Emily goes, a civilized man
will come to the door.
Will come to the door.
Oh, yeah. Just like that. Just like that.
And greet you in the home.
But Grandma, I told him to just stay in the car and honk and I would come out of the house. He'll figure it out.
And Emily's like, we will wait. He will figure it out. And so they're just like waiting.
They're all just like standing around. Yeah.
Dean's
like,
honking.
Continues to honk. They're all just like looking at each other like back and forth. Like, now what do we do?
And Emily's like, he's not very bright, is he? It's like, okay.
Okay, that's...
No, because we told him to do this, so that's rude. But Dean does finally come to the door, and Emily's like, young man, come in here, please. And I don't even know what she does. I think she just kind of like looks him up and down. I don't really even think she says much to him.
Yeah, I think she wanted to take a picture of the two of them, maybe, but then she did not do that.
Maybe.
I don't think. So
maybe, because Lorelai is like, okay, he's here. Okay, go have fun. Go. Get out of here. So Rory and Dean leave, and then Emily is still there, and she asks Lorelai, like, what do you know about this boy? Does he drink? Is he a bad person? Like, what's going on? And Lorelai is like, no, Mom, he's fine. Please chill out and go home. Emily's like, no, you clearly need help. You can't move. I'm going to stay and help you.
Which is nice of her to do.
I did think that was nice. And as the night progresses, it's like, oh, she's trying.
Yeah.
Flash to Dean and Rory are in the car driving to the dance. Rory is getting nervous. She's like, maybe we shouldn't go. I hate all the kids at my school, but the building's beautiful and historic, and that might be nice. Maybe we can just stay for a minute to see the building. And is going back and forth, and Dean's like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, like,
what do you want to do? I don't even want to go to this dance, so...
Yeah, he's like, you asked me to come to this, so...
Whatever you want to do. And she's like, I don't know what to do. What do you think? And he's like, well, I think you look amazing tonight. And she's like, okay, well, maybe we can just go for a couple of minutes. That won't hurt. Flashback to the Gilmore house. Emily is taking care of Lorelai, and she's looking around for these really nice candlesticks that she had gifted Lorelai and Rory. She can't find them. And Lorelai's like, well, we didn't exactly have a big use for crystal candlesticks, so I kind of exchanged them. And Emily's like, for what? And Lorelai's like, a monkey lamp? And Emily's like, baccarat crystal candlesticks for a monkey lamp? and Lorelai's like, they're really happy monkeys, Mom. And Emily's like, okay, where is it? I need to see this. She finds the lamp and she's like, oh my God, they're holding coconuts and leering. You traded my lovely gift for a semi-pornographic leering monkey lamp? How could you? And she goes, this isn't even about the gift. This goes to the very heart of the question of taste.
You were given something of substance and you cast it off for a ridiculous, slightly sinister barroom decoration. Explain this to me, Lorelai. This was my favorite scene in the whole episode. Like, this is incredible.
Everything Emily says there is so good.
I know.
It's so good. You traded my lovely gift for a semi-pornographic leering monkey lamp?
How could you? That's so good.
You guessed for a slightly sinister barroom decoration?
That whole scene is like my quotes of the episode.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Just that whole
thing.
That whole section.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good one. Flash to the dance. It's a beautiful dance. Looks like it's in a nice country club. Apparently it's at the school, but I don't know. I don't know where it is, but it's set up very nicely.
Yeah, that was confusing because wherever it was not somewhere that Rory had been. Because remember in the car ride, she was saying like, oh, the architecture at this place is supposed to be nice. So I thought they were going somewhere not at the school.
Yeah, but earlier when she asked Dean out, she says like, it's at my school. I thought she said
yeah. Wait a minute.
So I don't know. I don't know where it was, but
yeah,
wherever it is,
it looks nice.
It looks very nice. Dean and Rory are standing there. They're feeling a little awkward. They're like, okay, well, maybe we can get our picture taken and leave. Rory wants to stay a little bit. And it's like, okay, let's dance. Let's dance just a little bit. They pan in the room and you see Madeline and Louise and they spot Rory and Dean. And Louise is like, oh, who is this? And they get up to go talk to them. Madeline compliments Rory's dress and Rory's like, oh, thanks, my mom made it. And then Madeline just like goes off in her own world and is like talking about how her mom doesn't know how to do anything but make green goop soup or something like that. It was weird. I don't know.
She's just like, maybe it was this or this one time this happened or something. She's having some type of like
she's not paying attention.
Irrelevant conversation with herself. It's like, okay.
Then Louise is asking Dean a bunch of questions, trying to come on to him, and he catches on to that and just makes it very clear he's with Rory.
That's so rude.
Well, that's how she is. But it is.
At a dance with dates and you go up to somebody, they're next to their date and start doing that. I mean, that's just like, that is like next level rude. I don't know. That's like very extreme rudeness. It's at the extreme level of rudeness.
I agree. Some people are like that though.
I guess they are.
But Dean was good.
He
wasn't
fine.
leading her on or anything. He was
okay.
like,
again, he's like,
again, he's like okay.
I'm here with Rory. Nice to meet you.
Yeah. Okay. They go to the dance floor and they run into Paris on the dance floor. Find out she's there with someone named Jacob. And he's trying to be polite and introduce himself. As they part ways, Paris says to Jacob, those are not friends. Do not be polite to them. He's like, oh, okay. Weird.
Yeah.
Dean and Rory start dancing. And Dean says, if I kiss you, will a nun come out and beat me? She's like, well, it's not a Catholic school. I don't think that would have happened at a Catholic school either, but...
No, it would not. I mean, someone probably would have come up and said something, though.
Yes, they would have definitely...
been like, hey... Stop.
Yeah, no.
No nuns with rulers coming out of the woodwork.
Right. So Dean and Rory are dancing, they're kissing on the dance floor, and they pan, and in the background, you see Tristan leaning against a pillar watching them sad and longingly. And his date, Sissy so-and-so, comes over and is like, want to dance? Want to get food? Want to do boop, boop, boop? And he's like, no, I don't want to do anything.
That's exactly how he sounded. No.
Yes. That is go listen, guys. That's exactly how it sounded.
That's the audio. It's a perfect representation of the audio from the episode.
Yes. And then Sissy so-and-so is like, okay, do you want to go make out? He's like, yeah. And then they go off to go do that, I guess.
I guess.
So that was that. Flash back to the Gilmore house. Emily has made for Lorelai mashed banana on toast. Claims that she always made this for Lorelai when she was sick.
So she does know how to make food.
Yeah, I thought about that. I'm like, you know nothing in the kitchen, yet you're claiming you always made Lorelai mashed banana on toast. What is real? What is the truth?
Not that that's difficult to make.
No.
But
based
it
on
was
last
portrayed
episode
that she knew zero about
like
kitchen
nothing.
tools.
Yes. So there's that. And Lorelai is like, oh, please don't make me eat that. Like, I don't remember you making this for me. Please don't make me eat this. That sounds really disgusting. Suki brought burritos and tacos. And Emily is like, oh, okay, well, I can warm it up for you. And Lorelai's like, no, I'll just eat it cold. And Emily's like, okay. And then Lorelai sees that Emily's trying to help her, you know, wants to feel useful, wants to feel like she's helping. And so she's like, okay, warm is nice. Like, thank you. Emily, you can tell, is very excited to be helping out. Lorelai is clearly frustrated, and you see her take the muscle relaxer.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, God, I need some pain relief of some sort. I also wanted to point out, this is very small, but I thought you might like to know. I was like, I wonder if Lorelai is like a Diet Coke drinker. And I saw on the table she had a Diet Coke in the living room, which I was like, aha, she is a Diet Coke drinker. I don't drink Diet Coke, but you drink Diet Coke.
I do drink Diet Coke.
And so
I am a Diet Coke fan. I am potentially even a level 3 Diet Coke fan.
You have Diet Coke merch.
I do have Diet Coke merch in my home.
Wait, you do? That's
So I think that counts.
You are a level 3 Diet Coke fan.
My best friend got me a Diet Coke branded mini fridge for cans. It fits 6 cans in it.
Oh my gosh, you're right. See, that's why I wanted to point it out. I was like, I think you would appreciate this.
Yeah, and I missed that when I was watching it. Thank you for pointing that out. Lorelai gets points in my book. I'm on Team Diet Coke versus Team Regular Coke. I
don't drink either, but
that's okay.
That's just me. I'm not a big Coke drinker, but I knew you would appreciate that.
Thanks for pointing that out.
Flashback to the Chilton dance. Dean goes to grab Rory some punch. While that happens, Paris's date Jacob comes up to talk to Rory and is like, "Is that your boyfriend?" And she's like, "I don't know. I don't know what he is." So he's like, so there's a little room to play.
What?
Gross. So gross.
Ew.
Ew. And he says, "Can I get your number?" And Rory's like, "Aren't you with Paris?" And he's like, "Yeah, I came here with her." And so she's like, "So why are you here asking me for my number?" And he goes, "Paris is my cousin." And Rory's just like, "Wait, she's your cousin?" And he's just like, "I gotta go." You can just tell by her face. She's like, "Oh man, I just got some incredible information. I gotta go. Because I don't know what to do with this, but wow, I have something. I have something on her."
I also think that she doesn't want to associate with Paris' family. I think that was another reason. She's like, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go.
She's like, and I don't want to be associated with you. So.
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure meeting you, Jacob. I gotta go. Flashback to the Gilmore house. Emily and Lorelai are watching TV, and they seem to be getting along while they're watching TV, talking about the different shows and things. And they're talking about Rory, and they can't believe how grown up she is. And Lorelai takes that time to say, "You know, Mom, I made that dress. I made the dress Rory is wearing." And Emily says, "You did a lovely job with the dress and with Rory. She's growing up super great, and you're doing a great job."
That's the nicest thing she's ever said.
Ever. And they're getting along, and it's really, really nice. And Emily goes to get rid of the banana toast and says, you don't remember me making this for you?" And Lorelai's like, "No, I really don't." Emily says, "Well, I did, and you loved it." So Lorelai, feeling soft, says, "Okay, well, let me give it a try." Takes a bite, is just like, "Oh, that is gross." And Emily is like, "Okay, well, let me try this too. Let me see." Takes a bite and goes, "Oh, that's horrible. Like, what on earth was I thinking?" God. And Lorelai's laughing, and it's just a cute moment between the two of them.
I don't think that sounds that gross.
Yeah,
why
personally,
is it so gross?
I was like, I could see it.
I mean, it's just like a fruit on bread.
Yeah,
I mean, you don't normally put banana on a bread by itself, I guess.
By itself, but what I eat a lot is peanut butter toast with banana on top.
Oh, yeah, because peanut butter and banana is
really good.
Really, really good.
So, like,
yeah.
Without the peanut butter, I guess, is a little like, I don't know if I would eat that. But it's not so egregious that it's like, oh my God, what are you eating?
It would be like fine.
Yeah.
Unless she somehow like put salted butter all over it and then banana, that would be kind of gross.
Weird spices and
Okay, well, salted butter is a normal thing to put on toast, not weird spices.
like cayenne peppers.
If she put chili peppers on it. If she put cloves on it, it might have been weird, but I just like, you know what I'm saying? If she tried to make like a savory toast with like banana, that would weird. Be but weird. Just like a plain bread with banana mashed on top of it is like fine.
Not crazy, but that's also not Lorelai's thing. Like she's not eating healthy, you know? That's not the healthy.
Is she like, what? She doesn't eat things is it because it's too bland? Is that why she wouldn't eat it? She eats takeout?
She's picky on what she eats, I think.
Okay.
But yeah, the toast in and of itself, I wasn't like, yeah, throw that away. I was like, okay, I mean, maybe it's not the best snack. If you have tacos and burritos versus mashed banana on toast.
You're gonna take the tacos and burritos.
You're gonna take the tacos.
Tacos and burritos or mashed banana on toast?
Which one?
Which one?
That's this week's poll. I'm gonna put that out there. This week's poll: mashed banana on toast or tacos and burritos. But yeah, so they have a cute moment together. It's nice. Flashback to the Chilton dance. Whoa.
Here we go.
Dean wants to leave and offers, like, let's maybe get a cup of coffee. We can take a walk. We can still have a good night together, but let's just get out of the dance. So he goes to get the coats. When he does that, Paris rushes over to Rory and is, like, interrogating her about, like, how many people have you told that I came here with my cousin? And Rory's like, what are you talking about? I didn't say anything to anybody. And Paris is shouting about how she couldn't get a date, and basically she had to pay her cousin to take her there. And Rory's like, okay, I didn't tell anyone, but you just did, because Paris was shouting this, and everyone around in the dance heard her. So she gave it away. Everyone's staring.
Paris, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
You're a smart person, Paris. What are you doing?
Dean is walking back with the coats, and Tristan walks in front of him to go introduce himself. In quotation marks.
Air quotes.
Goes to introduce himself. And Dean's like, oh, you're Tristan? Yeah. Rory's mentioned you and basically said you're a jackass.
Yeah, isn't he like, I mean, she didn't exactly say that because she's a nice person, but I'm reading between the lines.
Yes.
Like,
yeah. And then Tristan's like, oh, so you're her big, strong protector. She needs a protector. And Dean's like, what? What's your problem?
Yeah. Dean, like, immediately understands whatever Rory's told him about this person.
Yeah.
Like, I can tell. He, like, immediately gets it. He's like, okay.
I get why she doesn't like you. So, yeah, Dean's like, what's your problem? And Tristan's like, I just don't like your girlfriend. And Dean's like, oh, really? Yeah, okay, it doesn't look that way to me. And Tristan's like, oh, I don't care what it looks like to you. And Dean's like, look, you came up to me. I was minding my own business. Like, I didn't come talk to you. I was just doing my thing, and you came up here and got in my face.
Yeah.
But Tristan will not get out of the way. And Dean is like, seriously, what is your problem? Rory notices this and comes over, tries to do a little interference a little bit. It's like, hey, what's going on? Whoa.
Hey. Whoa.
How we doing over here? But Tristan will not stop and sort of starts making fun of Dean because he's not rich. I feel like that was kind of the vibe. Yeah. And Dean is like, I'm not dealing with this, wants to leave. And then Tristan walks in front of Rory. So then Dean pushes Tristan and says, what the hell do you think you're doing? And then Tristan's like, you will not push me again. And Dean's like, are you seriously trying to act tough right now? You're wearing a tie, for God's sake. And then Tristan's like, outside, now. And Dean's like, I'm not fighting you. It'd be like fighting an accountant. I'll call you when I need my taxes done. Yeah.
That was such a good, like, comeback.
It was
I don't know
so
why,
good.
I just was like, yeah.
I love that.
Like, in that moment, when I first heard that, I was like, yeah.
I'm not fighting you. It'd be like fighting an accountant.
I'll call you when I need my taxes done.
Drop the mic.
I know.
So good. But then Tristan just goes after him, tries to fight him. And then all these guys come over, try to break him up. And then Dean gets real intense and is like, you don't want to fight me, Tristan. And he's like, why not? And he goes, because I'll kill you, you idiot.
Then, whoa. Then that changed. That changed the entire everything.
Yeah.
Got a little awkward in the show and in my heart.
And in my home. So yeah, this was definitely a spooky moment contender.
I agree. It was something that, to me, felt like it was like showing a different side of him that we haven't seen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, his anger got up to like a certain place.
Yeah.
obviously we have not seen that
Right.
before. It's just like, whoa, okay. Like, threatening language was being stated.
Yes.
It's like, that's kind of extreme. Like, I know you were in the middle of a fight. Obviously, Tristan was like the aggressor.
He was.
For this.
He was. So I struggle a little bit. But like, if my boyfriend did that, I'd be like, no. I know he was fighting you and he was egging you on, but I don't like you saying, I'm going to kill you. I don't like that language. That scares me. That makes me afraid.
I don't either. That's the kind of thing that, like, if you're with somebody and they're using that language, it is scary. It doesn't really matter what the context is.
It doesn't. You didn't have to say that.
Right.
You don't want to fight me, Tristan. Why not?
Because I'll win. I don't know. You could have said that.
Yeah, you could have just been like,
because I'll win.
Because I'll win. It's still intense.
Intense and mildly threatening, yeah. But it's not using, like, I'll kill you language,
I'll kill you. That's not, that shouldn't be taken lightly. I
don't know.
That's all.
It really
shouldn't. Like,
it's also like Rory's personality too. I feel like I don't know what she wasn't like affected by that at all in the show, in the episode at all. Like she was just like, let's get out of here,
Yeah.
And then it was like that didn't even happen. Like I feel like if I was in that situation, I would be like, whoa, I don't know if I'm compatible with this person.
Yeah, right. I guess that's kind of what I was saying. Like I'd be like, this wasn't okay. I don't know. Like if this is how you, I don't know, escalate a situation. I don't like that. But also, so he says that to Tristan. They try to leave again. Tristan again tries to go after Dean. And then Dean looks at Tristan and is like, you will not come near her ever again. And they leave. Now that, okay.
That's a normal escalated, I'm really angry, thing to say.
Don't go after my girlfriend. I mean, they weren't official yet, but like, yeah, I am going to protect her. That by itself, I'm like, okay, that's all right. It was just the escalation of like, I'll kill you. It's like, whoa.
Like, whoa. Just like, because in the show too, like, I feel like the people around them too, when he said that, it was like, I don't know if I just read into it, like there was like a mood shift. Like it was like, whoa.
Well, everyone got quiet.
I
mean, everyone saw that. It was like, oh my gosh. And then as they leave, Tristan's walking away, and then Paris comes over and is like, are you okay? I think someone would have done that. Paris does it, and then, Tristan does like that, the bouncing of the hand, like, don't even do it.
Just don't.
But yeah, so that was a very, I don't know, just intense escalation, kind of scary.
Yeah, and it made me like, I don't know, this whole episode with Dean, like, I just was like, I don't know, I'm not feeling it right now.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, like,
that's
he's
okay.
just kind of like, just not, I don't know, I'm not feeling it. I'm just not feeling it.
Others out there who know the show, I'm just going to tell you, you're not ready.
What do you mean I'm not ready?
You're not ready. Everyone else knows what I mean. You're not ready.
Okay, obviously don't spoil it.
I won't.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm just like, yeah, apparently I'm not. This episode was such a roller coaster of like, this show, oh my goodness, because the last episode was like, I was over here, I was like in this place, and it was like, oh, this is amazing. Remember I'm telling you, like, this is like my favorite episode so far, like, I love this.
Yeah.
And then I watched this episode, and I was like, I mean, we talk about more at the end, all of overall feelings, but we're almost to the end here. But
we are. Mm-hmm.
I don't know, just Dean, it's like he had some good moments, but then he also had some of these moments that I'm like, I don't know, Dean, like, I don't know, man. I don't feel the same way about him after watching this episode that I did.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I guess that's all I have to say.
The feelings will ebb and flow. Yeah, no, this is good. I was having so much fun having raw reactions. This is amazing. Because again, I know everything that happens. So I'm like, yeah. But,
okay.
So right now you're like, I don't know.
It's like there's a big question mark in my mind. I don't know.
Flashback to the Gilmore house, real quick. Lorelai falls asleep on the couch. Emily covers her with a blanket, is taking care of her. They're still having a nice mother-daughter moment. Emily puts the blanket on Lorelai, and Lorelai's like, thank you, Mommy. And it's really cute.
Yeah.
Flashback to Stars Hollow. Dean and Rory are walking together with coffee. And they're both like, wow, that was some dance. Huh. Oof. It's a little more intense than I was expecting it to be. And Rory's just like, I don't know what got into him. And Dean's like, I do. He has a thing for you. And Rory's like, no, it's just a game to him or something. And Dean's like, he has a thing for you. She goes, he does not. He does nothing but insult me and make me miserable. He has a thing for you. And Rory's like, I don't even know how to feel about all this, having my boyfriend defend my honor. And Dean's like, boyfriend? And Rory's like, I don't know, maybe, I don't know what I'm saying.
You're not my boyfriend. I don't want you to be my boyfriend. What are you saying? Stop talking. You're not my boyfriend.
She's like, okay. Again, another time where he's like, okay.
Yeah, that time he actually was pretty disappointed, though.
He was.
Actually. You could tell. He was like, oh, all right.
All right. Oh, I'm getting a lot of mixed signals. But then Rory's like, Dean, are you my boyfriend? And he says, well, I am if you want me to be. And she says, I do. So it's settled. You are my boyfriend. They're official. They are now official boyfriend and girlfriend.
I would be really excited about this, except that what just happened.
Right.
I was watching this feeling like, okay. Like, it's like that feeling when you're like, you just got off a roller coaster and you're just like, ugh, and you're like, yeah. But like you're really nauseous or something. Yeah, I don't know. I know it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad.
But it does
it's exciting.
It's exciting. It's exciting. It's like, oh, they're boyfriend and girlfriend. But it's like, you guys need to really discuss what happened back there.
Yeah, but they're not old enough to know to discuss that like mature people.
They're not. They're what, 16, 17?
They're 16, 17 year
I
old.
don't know how old Dean is, but something around then. So yeah, they're not. They don't know that.
Right.
As us as adults having life experience, we're like, oh, God.
Yeah, I know. We're seeing it like, like, yeah, like I keep seeing things and I'm like, wait, that's a red flag. It was like, these are just high schoolers. Like, they don't, they're not mature.
They're not mature.
They don't know things. Yeah. Got to keep that in mind sometimes.
Right. So they're walking and talking and they pass by Miss Patty's studio and they see that it's been left open. So they're like, oh, let's go inside. Which I thought was weird. I don't know why they did that, but...
Like, yeah, I was going to like talk about this. Like, what? Okay, fine. We're going to put this in the bucket of like things high schoolers do when they're just messing around and like that's actually like not something that you probably shouldn't be doing, but it's like, oh, we're just out in the town by ourselves. Let's go into Miss Patty's studio.
Yeah, that's a high schooler thing too. It
is. But it also could be considered breaking and entering, even if she left the door open. So, but again, they probably don't know that.
High school thing to do.
And it's just Stars Hollow and everybody kind of knows each other. So they're like not thinking that. But like, you can't just go into someone's business when no one's there.
Right.
Late at night.
PSA. Okay. Please don't do that.
Please don't do that.
So they're in there walking around and you see that Rory brought a very large, like, blue velvet drawstring satchel purse to the dance. There's a lot of stuff in there. She brought a book to the dance, and Dean's like, what? Why did you do that? And she's like, well, I bring a book everywhere I go.
Just habit.
Always. You never know. She's currently reading The Portable Dorothy Parker, which is a collection of short stories.
Oh.
Fun fact. Dean flips through it and reads a poem out of it. And they're just sitting down on some bean bags, and Rory thanks Dean for being there. And then there's a time-lapse fade, and Rory and Dean have fallen asleep.
They were that tired? How are they so tired? They're high schoolers. It's not even that late.
Yeah, when did they leave the dance, really?
They left the dance early, didn't they?
They did.
So what time was this?
What time was it?
Let's say it was like 10 o'clock.
I mean, I could see you being tired. And if you're just like staying up talking, and then just like you both just happen to pass out at the same time.
It could happen.
It could happen.
It could happen.
But I'll also say this.
Whoa, what are you about to say?
It's the middle of winter, okay? And Miss Patty's studio is like a barn. Was
true.
there heat in there? The doors were just left open. It's like barn doors. I feel like if it was shut down for the night and she forgot to lock up, I don't know that the heat would be on. It's probably pretty cold in there.
That's a really good observation.
I wouldn't be able to sleep in that. I'd be freezing.
They also turned all the lights on, which bothers some people. Not me, but...
I can sleep through anything. But just things to consider, things to ponder. I don't know. But yeah, they fall asleep in Miss Patty's. Fade to the next morning. Miss Patty arrives to the studio with all these old women to do yoga. It's the early morning, 5 a.m. yoga class, I guess. And they find Rory Gilmore asleep with a bag boy from the market. What do we do? What does one do in this situation?
They don't know who he is. They're just like,
it's the bag boy.
It's Rory Gilmore and the bag boy from the market.
So Miss Patty wakes them up and she's like, Rory, what are you doing here? It's 5:30 in the morning. And they're like, oh God, we fell asleep. How could we have fallen asleep? And they get up and they start running out of there. And Rory's like, I have to go home. Running barefoot through the snow.
Yeah.
Also,
like,
let's say this.
Put on your shoes. There was snow on the ground.
You're going to get frostbite on your feet, Rory. There's snow on the ground.
She was wearing like tights.
Very thin tights.
Like thin tights. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's like, you can't run bawefoot in that weather.
You can't do that. But yeah, she's like, I have to go home. And Dean is like, let me come with you, please. Let me come with you so we can explain. And she's like, no, I have to get home.
You can't.
I have to get home.
I love the motion you're making right now. It's like waving your like shoulders
You're
back and forth, like
just
nah.
Arms are flailing like down.
Like, I have to get home. And if he's like, can I please come with you and explain? No, you can't be anywhere near my house. I have to go home.
I have to get home. And he's like, what?
Like, yeah, she should have just let him come.
Yes.
Like, yes, they still would have been in trouble, but like,
but they both could have
be there and be like,
be in trouble together
happened.
And explain that nothing happened. Truly explain nothing happened, right?
Right.
But she's like, no, and then runs off towards home. And Dean's like, oh, God, okay. Flash to the Gilmore house. Emily is shaking Lorelai awake, telling her Rory did not come home last night. And Emily's like, call the police. It's frantic. It's chaotic. They don't know where the phone is. It's all over the place. They're like, oh, my God, where's Rory? The phone rings. It's Miss Patty. And she tells Lorelai that Rory was there last night. She had fallen asleep, and she's on her way home now. And Emily's like, what is that, a motel? No. What state were they in? And Lorelai's like, let's just keep calm until we actually know what happened.
Yeah.
And Emily's like, we know what happened. Lorelai's like, no, we don't. We don't know what happened. Well, they were out all night. Don't you dare let Rory ruin her life. She's going to get pregnant just like you. And telling Lorelai how she ruined her life. She ruined everything.
Yeah, it just turned into this like really, really toxic, dark, like
terrible
rant
things.
Of like, you did all this terrible stuff and you're going to do the same stuff to your daughter and all this bad stuff's going to happen. All this thing. I'm like, as I've been thinking about this episode, I'm like, is she getting like triggered by this?
For sure.
Yeah. Like,
it was like, oh, it's happening again.
Yes. She like went immediately down this like super dark hole. Like she had been in this really good place all night with Lorelai and then it just went down all the way to the like rock bottom, like immediately.
Yes. Well, and
it was crazy.
It was crazy. The things she was saying, you know, she's like, what kind of mother are you? Emily claims that Lorelai's going to lose Rory and Lorelai's like, no, I'm not going to lose her. And she says, even if I hadn't gotten pregnant, you were still going to lose me. I had nothing in that house. I had no air. You strangled me. I don't do that to Rory. And I hate this. Emily's like, oh, you're so perfect. And I was horrible. You know, I gave you everything. I made sure you had the finest opportunities. I'm sick of hearing how you were suffocated and I was so controlling. And if that's the case, well, why couldn't I control you getting pregnant and throwing your life away? I didn't even know what to say to all this. It was just like, oh my God. And so to that, Lorelai is like, get out. Get out of my house. Like, you cannot come here and tell me I threw my life away. Look around. I have a life. I'm living a life. It's good. It's beautiful. Yeah. It may be different than what you think a good life is or what you would want in your life, but I'm living a life. I am doing well. And, you know, you're not welcome here if you're going to say that stuff to me. And she says, I trust Rory. Rory is different than me. She's smart. She's careful. And I trust her. If you can't accept that, get out of here. So Emily leaves. During that, Rory snuck in and heard the tail end of that fight. And after Emily leaves, she goes into the kitchen and says, Mom, thank you for saying all those things. She starts to say that. And then Lorelai is just like, what were you thinking? What were you thinking staying out all night? Well, it was an accident. No, this was no accident. You can't do this, period. Nothing happened. And she's like, do you have any idea what it was like to wake up with my mom here and find out you never came home? And Rory's like, okay, so this is, you're upset.
It's about your mom.
It's about grandma?
Yeah.
And she's like, no, like, it's about the complete terror when your kid isn't in her bed in the morning and you find out she spent the night with some guy. And Rory's like, I'm sorry. You know, I didn't spend the night with him. We just fell asleep. And then Lorelai says, you're going on the pill. You are not getting pregnant. And Rory's like, what? No, I'm not sleeping with Dean. This is getting way out of control. And she's like, what happened to trusting me? And she says, this is crap. You know I didn't do anything. You're just upset because I did it in front of Grandma and she nailed you for it. And she goes, I'm sorry I screwed up and I'm sorry you got yelled at, but I didn't do anything and you know it. And then she goes into her room, slams the door. And then Lorelai sits down on the kitchen table. She's upset. She's crying. And it fades to the credits. Holy crap. This was a very intense episode.
Really intense. Uncomfortably intense.
Yes.
I didn't know the show was going to get intense like this. This was not what you described this whole time. Oh, Gilmore Girls, you're just going to feel cozy. You're just going to feel good watching it. It just feels really nice. And then this episode happens. I didn't like it.
It is a dramedy. There is some dramatic episodes. Okay. Yeah. Well, okay. I didn't want to, keep everything away. But there are some episodes where it's a little more intense. It's not, it comes and goes,
Yeah. And I'm sure things will get resolved. Things ebb and flow. But yeah, the whole ending of this was just like, oh. just intense and just, ugh.
This is not a cozy episode
No.
at all, unfortunately.
Lorelai just getting so, like, I think she just got so riled up. She then reacted to the situation different than she would have if it had happened and Emily was not there.
Yeah, definitely. If Emily was not there.
Yeah, like, still, like, you can't do that. But, like, what happened? And they would talk about it. And,
Yeah,
like,
and she'd
I'm
be like,
pretty sure she would believe her. Like,
yes, and it would have been like, okay, be careful, please.
yeah, like, you can't stay out all night. Like, please
Right.
don't.
It wouldn't have escalated to what it did.
No.
We're at a loss for words. We don't even know what to
I'm like,
say.
I don't even know what to say. Like, just this whole episode. And honestly, it started out fine. And it's just like the end.
Mm-hmm.
Just from the whole point of like the fight at the school to the end.
Just really escalates.
There were no more feel good times, I feel like. I guess, okay, well, they had the conversation about like, oh, you're my boyfriend, like, I guess. But still, that was just right after this fight happened. And I was like, what? I don't know how to feel right now. And then.
Yeah, right. It couldn't be like, oh, because it's like, well, wait a minute.
Yeah, like if that had happened on their way to the dance, then I would have been like, oh, you know what I mean? But because it happened right after that fight happened, it was like, I don't know.
I'm with you.
It just tarnished it a little bit.
It did.
For me. And then with the whole Emily and Lorelai stuff, it just made me sad. I'm like, they were having such a nice evening the night before. Right. They were bonding. They were getting along. And then it's like, it goes from that right back to like the worst possible of their relationship. Like, it's just sad to watch, you know?
Yeah.
It was just sad.
Oh, yeah. Okay. You don't leave every episode feeling like, I'm in a cozy moment. You know, it's
okay.
So I
guess now I know that. I'm disappointed. All right. So episode recap. So the first thing is fashion, which we didn't really talk about much, but I think it's just Rory's dress.
It's just Rory's dress.
The thing to see. Nobody went anywhere except the dance. I feel like we were just like at home.
Yeah.
At the Gilmore household like the whole time. So
yeah, Rory's dress, it was pretty, it was whimsical. She looked good.
Yeah, it was great. Spooky moment. Are there any besides the Dean moment?
So I have 3 options.
Oh,
3 contenders.
Okay.
Dean hanging out in the trees.
Oh.
It's kind of stalkerish. So there's that.
That's great.
Dean saying, I will kill you.
Yes.
Tristan, that's definitely contender 2. Contender 3, I did think was waking up and Rory not being home.
Fair.
That's a very much, if a snapshot, it's like, Rory's not here. She didn't come home last night. Where is she?
Yeah.
That's scary.
That's
a
scary.
Spooky moment for sure. So
that's a really, really good point.
I think those are definitely 3 contenders. But I think my final pick probably would be Dean saying, I will kill you.
That's probably my final pick too. Although the fact that now that we've discussed the tree moment and how Twilight-esque it is and stalkerish it is, I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah, it's definitely also high contender. Because again, Dean's been watching her.
It's also just Dean doing these little things that are just like,
just weird stalker tendencies. This is the second time he said he would kill somebody. Last episode, he said, I could tell you, but then I'd have to kill you.
I forgot about that.
Yes. Last week.
Julia, I forgot. This is the second time you said that.
Yes. He has now threatened to kill someone twice. So
he has stalkerish tendencies and he said that twice.
Yeah.
What? What?
What is going on?
Okay. What about wholesome and romantic moments?
Okay.
Kind of fun segue there. It's like romantic. Well, it's also Dean. Now he's Rory's official boyfriend.
Romantic moments, Dean and Rory at the dance. and their boyfriend, girlfriend.
Their boyfriend, girlfriend now, so...
Oh, I mean, that's so hilarious because that is what I had down. I'm like, Dean and Rory at the dance.
Right. You know, my wholesome moment of this episode, I wanted it to be while the dance is happening when Lorelai and Emily are like actually getting along.
Yeah, that's what I thought the wholesome moment was.
Yeah, that was really nice.
It was. Mom and daughter hanging out. Emily was taking care of Lorelai, and they both felt good about it.
And then my quote of the episode.
Yes.
Is, you traded my gift for a semi-pornographic leering monkey lamp?
Yes.
And I guess a close runner-up.
Yeah.
You were given something of substance and you cast it off for a ridiculous, slightly sinister barroom decoration?
I love that slightly sinister part. That's so good.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Okay. I am stuck. I like he's not my boyfriend. He's my gentleman caller.
True.
That's an option. My other option is I'm not fighting you. It'd be like fighting an accountant. I'll call you when I need my taxes done, which I think has to be the clear winner for me. My winner.
That is also a very good quote.
That was smart. That was a smart comeback.
Yeah, it was.
It'd be like fighting an accountant. They could fight too.
You could fight an accountant.
Yeah.
Accountants are still people.
Accountants can fight. Fighting an accountant. Call you when I need my taxes done.
Call you when I need my taxes done.
So I think that's my winner for this episode.
Very nice. Well, I guess all we have left is predictions for next time. Oh man, I don't know. This one's kind of tough, but like I hope it's going to be like Rory and Lorelai kind of working through what happened here and like resolving it and getting back to their normal trust level with some other plot point from the town thrown in there that I can't predict because it's going to be something random that happens. It's going to be like the neighbors got a new cat or something like that. Like, oh wait, I didn't look at the name of the next episode.
Yeah. So what is your prediction? And then I will tell you the name.
My prediction is something's going to be going on in the town. There's going to be some town event going on.
Okay.
And Rory and Lorelai are going to repair their relationship.
Okay.
About the Dean situation that happened. Maybe Rory and Dean will talk too. I don't know. But like, it's just going to be more like, let's resolve some things.
Yeah.
And there's a town event.
Okay.
That's what I'm guessing.
Okay.
Okay.
The next episode is called Forgiveness and Stuff.
Okay. So I seem to be pretty spot on.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know if there's going to be a town event from that title, but
we'll see.
I think that they need to resolve their stuff.
Yeah.
But then something else needs to happen. So that's why I picked town event. We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. Prediction. Your prediction is the forgiveness, but the and stuff. What will that be?
Yeah, the and stuff. Again, I don't know, but I think it's going to be an event in the town.
Okay. All right. Well, stay tuned for next episode. All right, guys, that was episode 9, Rory's Dance. And next time we'll be talking about episode 10, Forgiveness and Stuff.
Thanks so much, everyone, for listening. And if you enjoyed this podcast, please subscribe to us on whatever platform you are listening on.
And if you like our show and want some more content, follow us on TikTok and Instagram at Sisters in Stars Hollow.
Until next time,
keep the coffee flowing.